Speaking of a topic we were just on, this is from Jen's chat yesterday morning, I believe.
Oh.
There's Julia, the slightly more feminine hand banana, saying, only because she sounds like him, I'm not putting any of his proclivities on her, but they have almost identical speech patterns. Says, Joey is trying hard to rekindle things with Mama. Wait, rekindle? I thought he and Mama were together forever. Julia says he doesn't talk to me as much anymore either. He is actually giving Mama the respect she deserves.
Oh,
so all you
fuck my
people
life.
following Joe, we've been telling you for years, Big Mama does not live in Las Vegas. Big Mama lives on the East Coast or nearer the East Coast than Las Vegas. Joe lives in that house alone, like a caretaker, to keep crackheads from scrapping the copper out of the place. And also because when you have an investment property, if it sits empty, your insurance costs are usually higher because there's nobody there to watch the place. This bullshit of, oh, she's right here with me. If you listen to before Thanksgiving, when she flew into town, because that house is being sold, if you look it up on Zillow, it says right there, it is currently under contract. And then so he can call her in and throw her in mic and go, she's right here. She's been right here the whole time. She has not been right there the whole time because he has had to talk to her in DMs when she's going to bed on the other side of the country, or when she says she's looking at the security cameras on the other house. She said, I'm looking at security camera on other house. No one outside. He fucking said that. So she's not there most of the time. She's only in town right now to sell that fucking place and maybe buy another place, or maybe tell Joe to pack his shit and either, I don't know if he's going to move in with her, doubt it, or find somewhere else to live. But that would also, he's trying to rekindle things with her if his roof is about to go away.
Wow, that's so pathetic. But one, she lives in Georgia, so I don't know if he's allowed to move away from Las Vegas because of his parole.
Yep, well, he's on parole. I don't think he's allowed to leave the county without permission, let alone the state.
Exactly. So he's, I don't know, he's either renting or she's buying him another place. Second of all, she always goes to Bible study, and when she gets back and gets on panel, he goes, oh, are you back already? Wouldn't you know that if she was living with you? Because it's called this thing. It's
when you hear her come in the front door of the house.
You come in. Yeah, you come in and you go, hey guys, I'm home, when you actually live with somebody.
I have a hard time believing anybody's going to Bible study at 11 at night, but that's just me.
You know. Okay. Oh, well, to be fair, I'm going to point this out though, that she does have family that is in the Philippines, I believe. And so it could be that she's going to an online Bible study that involves them, because she has
that is possible.
Before.
That is possible.
So I will say that for her. But for somebody whose online Bible study is so often, you shouldn't be such a giant piece of shit, Big Mama. Just saying. Break out that Christianity and don't be such a cunt, is what I'm really trying to say.
You shouldn't let your man sit there and be that much of a shitbag. Sorry.
I mean, look at the infamous video where he was driving around and she pointed the camera at him, and you could see that he was a melty little midget in his seat, and he smacked the phone out of her hand. It hit the floor. She had to bend down and pick it up. And she went, you're always doing these things to me. Something to that effect. Like, you always do this to me. And that's how he treats her. He treats her like a dog that he can smack around whenever she gets out of line. And I don't know why she puts up with it, because she's the one with the money and the houses. Kick him the fuck out. He can go be a homeless vagabond on the fucking strip looking for somebody to live. Let him be a homosexual like he is. He'll find somebody to shack up with within 10 minutes. Like, that's what Joe does. Look at him on his panel.
I mean, Matt Ross may be looking for a roommate. Snow White. Oh. I saw the names that are on the title to that house. It's 2 female names. There's no man. I mean, unless I'm really out of practice on what counts as feminine and what counts as masculine in foreign names, but they were definitely not masculine names.
Like, I've seen her actual pictures. She's a very pretty person. I don't understand why she lowers herself to be with that pile of shit. Like, I don't care if you've been together for so many years. He's a garbage dump. Big Mama, you can do better. I've been saying this for years, and maybe you don't want to listen to anything I have to say. That's fine. But you should know that you deserve better than that. You should know that you don't have to put up with that. And if he's trying to, like, what did Julia say? Work things out or get back together with her, whatever.
Trying to rekindle, which would imply that the flame is out. If you're trying to rekindle, that means you're trying to restart the fire.
I hope she's gone. I hope she takes all of her money and her houses and she gets the fuck away from him. Because, dude, like, you're going to be in prison. Like, you're going to be sitting in a fucking courtroom within the next 5 years. Guaranteed she will be sitting in a courtroom if she stays with JoJo, watching him on trial for something else. Like, it's going to, or watching him take a plea for something else. He's a hothead. He cannot keep his mouth shut. And he loves to threaten to great people and other heinous acts. It's all in his court records. Go and read them. Like, I implore people to please ask somebody in this community for the jump drive to his fucking court records and read what he did to people. Read it out. Read it 10 fucking times until it's ingrained in your fucking brain what type of person he is. Okay. Because normal people don't say things like that. Never once in my entire life have I said one of the things that he threatened to do in all of his court records. Never once have I said any of that. And I don't know, I do not go around people who do that type of thing. Like, he is a psycho. He's going to
Sentencing
snap at some
hearing.
point.
The clerk, we're on the record in the matter of the United States versus JoJo, 23 CR 6057. The judge talking about the evidence that has been placed in front of him. After reading through the PSR, I found the conduct in this case to be terrifying to the victims, and I'll start with victim 1, who is referenced as AD. AD is a Rochester police sergeant, and communications in this case were designed, I think, to inflict fear on the victims. And I think they would have been very successful, as detailed in paragraph 8 of the PSR. The defendant communicated with AD, this Rochester police sergeant, indicating that he knew that AD had a young son, that the young son had a mohawk haircut, which is exactly the type of haircut that AD's son, in fact, had. In this communication, he not only references the victim's son, but his wife, indicating that he or others would R-word his wife when he was out on his shift patrolling the streets, indicating that he knew AD's home address and threatened to disseminate to individuals that would either be anti-police or intent on causing AD and his family harm. Now, that combination, Judge, of threatening someone's child, threatening their wife, their family, and knowing that this individual knows their home address has to be terrifying. And another one in the PSR is victim 2, listed as PC, similar to AD. The first victim, PC, received a number of restricted phone number calls, I assume they mean. According to the PSR, I'm referencing paragraph 26, he got messages that were vulgar, harassing, alarming, and they discussed in what I think the worst allegation related to PC here, following PC's wife in public and payback for what PC's father did to the defendant in some past case. Again, threatening someone's family is designed to inflict fear. Victim number 3 is listed as KE. Again, the defendant threatens KE, threatens her children. And obviously, the relationship between KE's daughter and the defendant's son is well laid out in the PSR, but it's again an attack on a person's family. He even discusses posting a sexual video of KE's daughter online, which, according to information in the PSR, it appears that's what happened. Victim 4, MT, this was an assistant district attorney in Wayne County who prosecuted the defendant's son. Paragraph 34 talks about how the defendant referenced victim MT's family, saying that they will be doxxed, which is basically a term meaning they will be defamed. Paragraph 37 indicates more egregious conduct. It talks about MT receiving a voicemail from the defendant, indicating that the defendant or someone that the defendant worked with had been to MT's home and observed MT's wife and young child. When you reference someone's wife and child and someone's home address, that is terrorizing. That is made to inflict terror. Victim 5, PH and his wife, paragraph 40, says they became very concerned that the defendant threatened to go to their personal address and start taking pictures of them. This conduct alone, in my view, Judge, would support a punishment of imprisonment. That is right from the sentencing hearing.
Correct.
That is what he does. And he's starting to make those threats again. He has made them to me.